Mr. Josh Atkinson in the house.
What's going on, Ash, man? You good?
Joshy, welcome back.
Thank you
Second
very much.
time. How good's this one going to be?
Feels good. Feels good.
How you going? What's going on in life? You busy?
Not much. It's been hectic.
All right.
Getting back into the swing of things. I reckon. When was the last time we talked to each other?
It was 2024 for sure.
Yeah. New year, new me, I say.
Yeah, I reckon it was 3/4 of the way through.
It was a fair while ago. I got back from Canada, September, so we would have talked.
There you go. We were around the mark, and then we disappeared overseas as well for a little bit there. So, welcome back to the Mill Road Studios. Good to have you here, brother.
It's good to be here.
Cheers with the Reddies.
Cheers to the Reddies.
We got the new format going, and
Reddie Time with Ash.
Reddie Time.
We're ready.
How good's that going to be?
How good. I can't wait.
Well, the beauty is
I've got a sneak preview into it today, mate. The listeners don't know what they're...
Fuck oath.
The listeners don't know what they're in for. New format. We're coming in bigger and better than ever. Going back to videos sometime soon, hopefully.
It's good to have you here. What about work? You been working?
Been working. Finally got back into the rat race. I've got 2 jobs, working at a little cafe just outside the city.
Green Hill Road.
All
right.
Making some sandwiches there in the kitchen, and then working at a restaurant. A wannabe chef, trying to get
You'd
the
be
knife
the best
skills
looking
up
chef going around, I reckon.
That's what they say, but just doing that. So trying to juggle 2 jobs. So when it rains, it pours. Went from having no jobs to 2 jobs. So
you've got a bit of fun there in the kitchen, haven't you?
Yeah,
it's all good fun.
Yeah. The people I work with are a bit more quiet than me, and I'm a bit more outgoing.
You should shout out to the chef. What's his name?
Chris Jama.
Chris Jama, champion.
Chris Jama, he's
hey.
Third generation chef. His dad owned the place. And now he's brought it on. He's very good at what he does. So
all right.
Can't complain. Good experience, and see where it takes me.
Nothing better than someone that can deal with food. Like it's a daily thing, isn't it? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What are we doing tomorrow night for dinner?
When you think about it, if you come into the restaurant, you're paying someone to make you dinner. Basically, is all it is. So.
You've just got to make your choice, don't you?
Exactly. You tell me what you want, and I'll make it.
So basically. How good's that though? That's good, isn't it?
It is good. It is, and to say that you can cook is some people. I don't know about you, Ash, man, but some people can't.
No,
they go their whole life and they can only make a ham and cheese toastie. So.
That's about me. That's about Reister.
To be fair, last time I think I was on the pod. I think afterwards we went for a couple of ham and cheese toasties, and they were actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. So.
They are when you're full of fucking red cans. You're looking for something, aren't you?
Anything tastes good.
But, look, if you look at the meal thing, like it's a daily thing, like I know Thursday nights, Mandy's on her second night shift. She doesn't want to cook. Let's just get some potatoes, get some fucking chips, It
is a bit like that, and you got to come up with something. Well, you don't have to, but you're looking for that next thing that tastes good, and you want to, I don't know, you don't want to eat the same thing every night, so...
Have you got a local fish shop near you guys up there?
Got a local fish shop.
What do you got?
Well, we're probably closer to the village, so...
What do you get up there?
Well, there's Barnacle Bills and stuff. What's our local chicken shop? Sunnybrook. The fish shop there. It's called the Hungry Hen or something like that.
All right.
I think that's where we go.
The Hungry Chook.
Same with the pizza place there, Angela's. We've been going there for... couple of years for sure.
Everybody's got their own chicken shop, haven't they? Like
and
fish
it's
shop.
the greatest thing in the world, the local chicken
Everybody
shop.
owns it. Everybody knows how good it is. And, you eat out of another one, you go, the chips weren't cooked as well.
No, it's not the same,
I didn't know the people, the chicken salt didn't taste the same. The gravy tasted shit.
Yeah, no, everyone has their local, but yeah.
It is different, though, isn't it? Like, as I said, everyone's got it. And everybody owns it.
100%.
You go 100.
Well, you're cooking for your local neighbourhood at that shop.
We're down the Redwood Park one. Like you walk in and he says, "Hey, you're not Mandy." He never knows my name, but he knows Mandy's account. So
fair enough. That's all right.
Sure enough.
Mandy's account.
Yeah, you get the medium chips with the chicken salt, and The Ash man might get a chicken burger, chicken.
Oh, I love the little chicken city burger.
Yeah, and
Bit of lettuce, bit of mayo.
yeah, and they're good and
it.
clean. You know, they don't bog you down like a fucking lead iron. You know, they're pretty good, but it's always clean.
Yeah.
You know, like I love Chinese as well.
Oh,
you know, you can
mate,
bog
now
down
we're
on
talking.
rice.
Now we're talking.
In America, they have a orange chicken.
Oh, orange chicken's coming up. We have honey chicken here in Australia. I tell you what, the orange chicken.
Now that's Sproganado.
coming.
Like that's the real deal. You know,
That's
like
good stuff.
that is good stuff. Orange chicken.
I'm a bit partial to honey chicken though. I'm not gonna lie.
Honey chicken. Look, I love them all, but
It's got chicken in it. I'm alright.
yeah, there was a shop in America there, and I forget. The kids will remember what it's called, but I can't remember to this moment what the chicken shop was called. But it was all through the airports.
Oh yeah.
Something just, it doesn't matter what it was. But if we knew orange chicken was there, out come the noodles.
Yeah.
How good's that?
Yeah, no, the other day it was my birthday, about a week ago. It was my birthday.
You must now be
Here we go.
20.
Here we go.
I'm going to say it, 24.
Yep, bang on. Bang
All right.
on, well done.
Hey, I took 1 year off just to give you another year's
I
grace.
appreciate
But
yeah, no, it was my birthday, but we went out for Thai food for my birthday that night. Mum said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Oh, I got no idea. Something Asian." Went out for Thai food. I was eating it for 4 days afterwards. We got that much thing.
how happy's Dad that you're back?
Oh, yeah.
And Mum, I say it in
Oh,
respect.
Well. Mum's a given. She's
Yeah,
happy
yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
even alive. So, nah, Dad loves it. We've been getting into the for the listeners that don't know, my dad's a pretty keen golfer. So,
Have you been playing golf?
yeah, well, yeah, not as much as I'd like to, but every golfer will say that. So
Where's he playing at?
He plays at Tea Tree Gully.
You'll have to get me up there.
He's on the board there. So
Is he?
I'll go. I'll
Can I go in as a guest with him
Well,
and you and somebody?
I'll say it. He's the vice president of Tea Tree Gully. You won't like me saying that, but he's the vice president. But it's pretty not even I can get on that easily, to be honest. They're pretty strict on you can only go with one member. So I'll have a chat to him and see what I can do.
See what
try to pull some strings.
See if we can do an Ambrose game where we can just go around and have a bit of a friendly knock.
Oh yeah, I've been pushing.
Fairview Park boy myself.
I've been pushing to have a bit of golf with him, but he's loving that I'm back.
What a beautiful course it is too.
Well, I've never actually played it, so
it's lovely.
I've seen it from the outside. I drive past it almost all the time. But
You sit there too. You know, as a very a low end golfer or a weekender, if you like.
Yeah.
When you get the fairways and they're pristine, and you think, oh man, I can get the club in under there, no worries. And you take a divot out and the ball goes fucking 10 metres in front of you. Oh my God, why do I play this game? Why do I play this game? This game sucks. Next shot, beautiful, straight near the hole.
It's the frustration of golf. That's why it's such a beautiful game, I tell you.
It does.
I played golf today. I played just the par 3, the local par 3. I think I had through the club twice.
You've got my
Had
disease.
about 2 double bogeys and I actually did hit some pars, to be fair, but yeah, it's a game of highs and lows. I tell you what, and I tell you, the lows get me really down and the highs get me really high.
Well, I tell you what, we went down to the one at West Beach there, which is Westwood Ho.
I did see you and Mandy at the driving range there.
Now, she's a good-looking golfer, right? Yeah. She's hot anyway. She looks very good on the golf course, and other places, right? So
same with you, Ash.
Anyway, we do the Ambrose. So we've got.
What, did you play an actual course? Did you?
Yeah. So we did Ash, Mandy, and Andy. So what we were doing was going against the card because Kato just drove the buggy. She didn't want to play, which is cool. So we were chasing 71 or 72, whatever par is.
71 at most courses.
Now, believe it or not, we came in.
No, you didn't.
at
No, you didn't.
88
Okay, that's
off the stick.
That is pretty good.
88. That wasn't bad.
That's
So
pretty good.
that's almost 1 over per hole. I haven't got a handicap except my speech. Mandy hasn't got a handicap. And Andy probably would run maybe between 18 and 20 if if he was playing weekly.
That's about my range, yeah.
So, he saved us. Even Mandy drove 3 off the stick where we'd all failed.
Yeah, right.
And she'd hit 150 metres up the...
That's right.
150 yards
as long as
up
it goes straight on the fairway, then you can't be mad with that.
88, which...
That's pretty good.
So I played with... we got the White Stingray Classic that we do once a year, and...
I've been meaning to talk to you about this, actually.
You need to get on with that one.
Well...
Even bring your dad on that one. It's a great day.
You don't want my dad. My dad shot 2 over par the other week.
I'd like him anyway.
No, he texted me going, "I've just shot 73
off the stick."
Off the stick, and I said, "You're joking. He won the A grade at Teacher Gully," and I said, "You're kidding." Yeah. So I don't know if you want him on the Stingray Classic, but.
No, we might push him out.
Yeah,
we might be a little bit too much fun for him. Maybe I say that in respect as well, but we do like to have a couple of beers on the way around as well. But
that's the whole reason I'm shooting 90. That's what I.
And that's why we're at Regency Park.
Yeah, that's why I tell myself I'm shooting 90s is because
90's pretty good though. Like. You really still only 1 over per hole.
Well, I say if I can play bogey golf, if I can go 1 over, then
bogey golf's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
It's been really the 2024 2025 transfer is. I've got a good mate, a good builder mate called Ash Norton, and he's just come back from New York. I just had a chat with him a couple of days ago about getting back on the podcast here, and he had a date with the darling, which was fantastic. So he's booked in sometime in February. We haven't got a date yet, but
that's the way.
He's put a lot of his time into golf as something to do. He's a good man mentor. He's a charming bloke. I love him to bits, and he'd be another good one. Brother Lock White would be a good one to be in there as well. You could put 8 on the park, no worries.
Well, I was thinking, this is why I brought it up. I was speaking to our mate, Whitey's mate, Rowie. Good old
Rocho.
Good old cash man.
He can hit a few metres, can't he?
Yeah, so I was...
Unpredictable, though.
Oh, mate, wink, wink.
Love you, Rocho.
I just was messaging him thinking about him. I said, we should get a yearly golf tournament. Just me and the boys every year.
Well, the boys have got
4 days.
The shirts.
4 days. 4 days we just go down anywhere.
How about we go down to Yankalilla?
Yeah.
We go down to Normanville.
Lady Bay.
We can stay at Locke's place there, and because he's a very competitive golfer as well.
Lock it in.
He would be plus 18, so 72, 82, 92. He might be around the 90 mark.
Well, as long as he's all right with buying me a beer after.
So there'd be lots of beer in the house
when
there.
He loses,
bit of a campfire there on the 6th hole, because he lives on the 6th hole.
That's what I said to Rowie. I said, mate, why aren't we doing this? 20 years down the track, we'll go, sorry, love, I got to go to the boys' golf.
Yeah, well, you guys...
I got to go to the boys' golf weekend.
You guys are next to kin, so you're going to run this thing further.
Exactly. So I'd love a golf weekend. Start it up now with the boys early, and then just every year.
How good would that be?
Same dates every year. 4 days. You go. Sorry work. Sorry everything. I've got the boys' trip with the lads. We're going golfing.
That would be fantastic.
Three courses, 4 days. Pub every night. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing more to say.
Sounds like it.
Nothing more to say. No good. No, but
Atko, I fucking love it. And there's righto. There's a fair demand for it too.
I was actually talking about this with someone today at a cafe.
Variety's the spice of life, and you mix in a couple of courses there, and you know, you will attract people wanting to perform.
Oh, mate, there's no better time to perform than
There's lots of
when
ego on the golf course.
when you're on the first tee and there's 12 people behind you watching you tee off, mate. You want to hit that. You want to hit that drive as straight as you can.
That's right.
And if you hit it straight, you twirl
You own the
twirl
par.
that club and you just walk. You
it.
just walk off. You don't say a thing. You just walk off.
That's right. Yeah, you don't want to slice. If you draw the ball, probably not so bad as a slice.
No,
Slice will give you away that you've been
that'll
playing.
go 100 metres to the left as well, and you've lost that at Lady
30,
Bay.
and you would have lost 30 fucking yards at least on the hit because it's slicing so bad. And
it's a tough game.
Man, we're gonna have
It
to
is a tough game.
talk to your dad about getting that fucking thing straightened up again. But
no, I'll come to the what is it? The Stingray Classic.
The White Stingray Classic.
White Stingray Classic. Yeah, I'll be there if you want me there.
I'll get a whole load of merch done this year. I'm gonna try to get some stock in here this year. I've run out of everything this year. Last year,
he's selling out like there's no tomorrow. High demand on the old White Root Company stuff.
The White Root Company's got to get going in 2025. Otherwise, Mandy said I'm going to shut it down.
No, never.
So we'll see where we go this year. But no, we got some podcasts on the horizon as well this year. We've, as you know, we've been over to Liverpool in September. I think we left early September there on a 5-week tour, and we went over and saw Caitlin and Andy over there in London, and
good.
we did the Greek Isle sort of cruise over there through Sicily and
must be nice.
Italy and round to Santorini. That was pretty cool. We did. Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of Aussies on the boat. We made a whole load of new friends that were on that boat, and it was such a wonderful time. You know, you were talking about the Irish bars before. You know, you can always meet an Aussie in an Irish bar. You know, like if there's nowhere
you can meet an Aussie anywhere. To be honest, they're
you can hear an Aussie anywhere.
They're everywhere. They're running around like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, there's good. You can go, I reckon, pretty much everywhere. And you can pick out an Aussie. You can pick them out as well. You look across the bar and you go, yep, I know those two are Aussies. You go up to them.
I remember in New York, we were in Manhattan there on New Year's Eve, and it was, I don't know, 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock. It was probably 2 degrees, maybe. It was wet. It was raining.
New Year's Eve there,
it wasn't quite snowing, and the aisle started pushing, and we'd sort of picked up Caitlin and Reese and chucked them over the fence, and the crowd was pushing. Everyone was fucked off. They open, and you can hear the Aussies saying, "Open the fucking street up," because they'd send you down to say, if your function was on 45th Street, they'd send you down to 44th Street and then bring you around on one of the avenues, and that's the way they controlled the crowd so that they could control it. But you could hear the Aussies by that stage as well. I pissed my pants that night. I thought,
that would have been fucked up.
I'm not fucking hanging on anymore. Reece said, "You're going to do it." I said, "Fuck oath, I'm going to do it."
Just did it there.
And it's hard to piss yourself, unless you get it out. It's all wrapped in the denim and the underpants, and it's down the left leg.
Coming out. Oh, the left leg for me. I'd poke it down the left and just let it run.
And just run.
Try open up the jeans and let it run down the sock, but.
And it ran into the sock, so all night it was going.
It's a good visual. It's a good visual, Ash, man.
Yeah, and those God bless those boots. They ended up in Florida, like they never come home.
It's one of those you leave them on the side of the road, hard rubbish sort of thing. Let someone else pick them up.
Oh fuck yeah, someone.
And I'm sure they did. I'm sure someone
walking around with Australian suede that smells like piss.
Good quality boots, but you don't want to know what's in them.
Fucking hell. Good fun though.
Good fun.
Such good fun. You went to New York, didn't you, with your folks?
Did go to New York. I was in Canada, and they were coming over to see me, and shout out to Beck, my sister. She convinced Mum and Dad. She said, "Oh, there's some flights to New York. We could go for 4 or 5 days before we go see Josh. They're cheaper flights." So Mum and Dad pricked their ears up, yeah. And then shout out to Mum. So that was just going to be them three before they come over to Vancouver. And Mum goes, "Well, we can't go without our baby boy. We can't go to New York
Joshy, you're coming to New York.
We can't go without Joshy." So I get a message going, we're going to New York.
It's New York, New York.
So they
New
Dad sends me an email and says, we're meeting you in New York. We're gonna fly you from Vancouver to New York just to meet us, and then you'll come back. We'll all come back to Vancouver together. So
Love it.
that was the first time I saw my family. Actually, it was after 2 years.
Did they come through JFK or LaGuardia? Where'd they come in?
They went to Dallas first, and then we met in
Texas, yep.
And then I think we met in JFK.
JFK, yep. Out near Queens there, you drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, John McEnroe land, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first time I seen them in 2 years was at New York Airport. I got in about an hour before. I had to go catch a train. Had no idea where I was. I caught a train to their terminal to get them back into thing, and I almost missed it. Almost didn't even see them come in, but got there in the end. So, yeah, went to New York. Honestly, it's a good time in New York. I didn't mind it.
Look, there's a lot of people say, it's dirty. It's there's a bit of riff-raff. And look, since COVID-19, I think that it's probably dropped a little bit. But when we were there, it was still quite ethical and, all the subways are safe and, you weren't going right out to the Bronx or, you weren't catching trains out to Queens at 2 a.m. or you know what I mean?
Funny story though. We first day we obviously looked like tourists in the subway. First subway thing. Some lovely man. We're walking down the stairs. He's walking up, and obviously he's
eye contact.
He's picked the tourists out of the crowd, and he's gone, "Oh, do you need help? Do you need help getting a card, to ride the subway or you load your money up?" We've gone, he very genuine, sounded like a very genuine bloke, and, came up, he's like, oh, you guys look like tourists, I'll help you out. And we were so naive. We've gone I don't know, one thing happened, he said, oh, your card declined, but it actually didn't. And then he's got something, so we got scammed $100 on our first subway tour.
Motherfucker.
He's just walked off, we thought, yeah. Cheers, mate. You're a legend. Thanks for helping us out. And he's walked off $100 richer. And he obviously must do that. So it
4 times a day.
It was pretty clean as well.
4, 8, 12, 16, it's $2,000 a week.
We didn't have any suspicions or anything. He must do that all the time to tourists. And he just walked on his merry day. And we said, yep, cheers. And then later we've looked at the bank statement and it's gone, yeah,
$100.
You've been scammed $100. And we've gone,
what's that, about 163 Australian?
Literally, it's first day in New York, and then we go, oh, that's New York for you, isn't it? Like a bit of that, bit of riff-raff and stuff like that. But
start spreading the news. I do. Look, as you know, Caitlin lived there for a couple of years, and we had a couple of trips there. One was we landed JFK, and then the other one we did land in the city at LaGuardia there, and we thought we'd save a little bit of time by landing in LaGuardia, and in the end it cost us more time.
Yeah.
We put a booking on a car back in Adelaide, and by the time we got there was no car for us. There was a waste of time us even booking a car here. I wouldn't do that again. And you got a lot of American men. You need American women on the counter, not American men. The American men are just talking about themselves and rah
America,
yeah, I got a touchdown earlier on, and I don't care, mate. I'm just here to pick the car up, and but anyway, cut a long story short, great place. By the time we got the car, we headed out to Connecticut there, and no, fantastic. I can only compliment New York. I love it. I
think I'm the same.
I love the whole lot. I've got not a negative story with it.
I think you know how you go. This is a bit biased. You go to Sydney and you go, oh, what's there to do? You go the Sydney Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, maybe a couple of other things. We were there for 5 days, and no joke, we were run off our feet with things to do, and you could easily go another couple of days there. without getting bored, I was going, this is the place that I could get used to, you know. Could easily, me and my sister turned to each other and said, yeah, let's move to New York right now. Let's do it. Why not?
Awesome. It's so
It is
good.
a good place, and I'm glad I've been, you know, I've been.
Does give you a different view if you have seen it, and you know it's not for everybody. Not everybody
No,
likes
definitely.
everything, you know, and that's the beauty of what we do. Everybody's different. We're human.
Exactly.
Some like this, some like that. But to me, I could spend a lot more time.
We all know. I'm looking at Ash. If you
Love the
if you
sports
listeners
there.
could see, I'm looking at Ashman in a New York top and a New York hat. He's absolutely bursting at the seams in New York.
That's good. It's on the arm.
It's on the arm.
It's on your head. It
is on my head as well.
It's one of those things, you know, when you sort of almost look for eye contact when you see another bloke or another woman walking up to you with a New York Yankees, you know, and hey, you know, the Bronx, love the Bronx, you know. Hey, mate, I'm going to just pick. There's a guy out there on the tennis court I'm going to pick up for speed, and so we'll come back in a sec.
Go for it.
That guy, mate, he was doing 160 in a 60 zone, so I've rubbed him out.
How good! I could hear him, but I couldn't see him, but I could hear him.
No, it was a good piss stop, fucking perler. So yeah, every now and then you just got to pull someone up, so that's good. So anyway, we were in New York.
Yep.
New York's a great place. We'll disappear from there. Let's go back to Vancouver.
Let's do it.
You've been there for. You were the solid statesman that was there for
hot topic
for 2 years.
I was meant to be the first little sissy home. Oh, you'll miss mum, you'll miss dad. Everyone at the airport. Oh, you'll be the first one home. Don't worry, Atko. You'll miss home yet.
You were the solid statesman.
Look at me now. I had all my best mates just leave me in there. Shout out to Reese White. He left me.
They did.
He left me for a girl. We had me just by myself for about 8 months, I reckon.
And you got through it, which is incredible depth.
Shout out to the boys in Canada that I met there. That
there was Matty last time. What was the other guy up? There was a couple of guys up. Doesn't matter.
There's too many, but I got a couple boys from Perth, a couple boys from Melbourne. Couple boys from everywhere, to be honest, but yeah, shout out to Reese. He said, "Oh, you're gonna is it alright if I go home?" And I said, "Mate, you go. You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. I got my mates here. Don't you stress about me." And I was fine. It was pretty cool though. Saying, "Oh, I mean, I came here with 2 mates, and now I'm just here with." Random people that I've never met before.
I think it shows incredible maturity too to get through that because, you know, I think we talked last time about it briefly, and I think that the sign of strength is that you didn't complain. You were there in the downtime. You got to play music in the Hilton there, and you got a couple of weeks in there fucking around with your music. And you got through it, and you stayed there for the journey.
Exactly.
You know, tip my Yankees cap to you. That's fantastic. And you know, if there's badges being handed out, you got the Purple Heart, brother. So no one can take that from you. So credit to you, and I think that it does show strength. It shows leadership, and I think the fact that you adjusted as it adjusted, and you got through it. You know, and look at the guys. You know, like Australia really is quite a small place, as big as it is, the same size as the United States of America. You got people in Perth. People in Perth are fucking wicked, mate. That's you know, they say Perth is Australia on the West Coast.
Shout out to them. Yeah, no, I got some good mates over in Perth, and to be honest, I got people everywhere now in Australia. Like before I went to Canada, probably had my cousins in Bendigo. and then now I've got.
Now you got
even,
Vancouver.
Even the other week, me and my sister went to Sydney for a concert. Went to the Opera House. We were there for one day, and I put up a story of the Opera House or something. And I had 2 mates from Canada that I hadn't seen in about a year and a half. They were like, "Oh, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight?" I said, "Oh, I got this concert." They said, "Oh, perfect. I finish at 10 p.m. Let's go grab a beer." I said, "I haven't seen."
So
them.
you caught them up.
Caught them up.
Well
I hadn't
done.
seen them in a year and a half.
How good's that?
It's like we've never left. You just anywhere you go in Australia,
The camaraderie's everything.
I got people to have a beer with. I probably could stay at their house if I wanted to.
Did you tell some stories?
Oh, obviously, we're reminiscing like there's no tomorrow and everything. But I could yap for years on the memories that we made there and stuff like that. But no, it's good to know that you got somewhere to stay and people everywhere that you can are genuinely your good mates as well. Like better connections than you've had.
Sure. Sure. I think also with Sydney is one of those very, very good cities that, you're transporting over the water quite a lot. If you go out to Balmain, you've got to get on the boat. If you go out.
Lots of ferries. And
and it's a different world. It's a big world. It's like a big city world, like New York or London, where you don't sort of have a car, you have a card.
Yeah.
And
that's a good point. Yeah.
You swipe on and swipe off, and then you go, you get capped at $6, $7, $8 a day or whatever.
Not like Adelaide, where I'm driving everywhere these days.
But it's good. It's good to see it though, mate. It's good to see all those big cities and the way they run. Like you look at Vancouver, very heavy with rain. You've got your ice hockey that we love. You got the Chinooks there, and it's just one of those places. You get off the plane, you got a quick ride into Vancouver. You're on a bus, and you're at Whistler. Now, Whistler, for the people that haven't been there, is 110% quality, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole village is beautiful. The shops are beautiful. The layout.
It's hard to describe to people that if you haven't been there. Obviously, me and Ash's son, we lived there for things, so that was like home to us. So we know every little nook and cranny there. But if I take a step back and think about people that haven't been there and trying to describe it to people, it is just like there's just everything in one spot, really. Like we were walking around. I was walking around with Ashman, and you've got a pub, and then you look to your right, and literally 20 metres in front, you got people on skis going up the mountain and coming straight back down, and there is everything there. It is pretty cool.
Sure. Get up to the roundhouse, then you go again. Yeah. The only bit I wish I did was go up to
get the right skis
to the high spot and the right boots. Yeah, third time lucky.
Wow, yeah.
Tahoe fucked me. Whistler fucked me. I am my worst enemy, but at least I know there's a half boot now. Like the half sizes are wider.
You learn that after the third time, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But no, but such fun, isn't it?
It's such fun. Yeah.
The fraternity, and it's been around for years and years and years. You look at all the early board riders that were over on the Blackcomb side and the skiers over on the Whistler side, and you go through the history of the joint, and Blackcomb's as beautiful as Whistler is.
It is.
Remember we walked around over the bridge there, and we had a few beers around that side, and I didn't see enough of it. And but it was gorgeous. It
is gorgeous. Yeah.
I can't pick on anything.
I'm a bit biased, but it was very nice. It was a beautiful place to live. I wouldn't take it back for the world. Sure.
Fantastic.
Unreal.
Now we got Reese Man. Reese Man's in Canada. In Japan.
Japan, they call it.
All right. So he's over there with the business guru.
He's in
and his mate.
He shocked me. He said because for the listeners, I meant to be going over with Reese Man in
March.
3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, about a month. And he texted me the other week and goes, "Hey bro, I got a big favour. I'm going to Japan in 10 days now. I've just booked it as we speak. Can you send me your snow jacket? I want to wear it over there. Oh, no worries, mate. Yeah. He's got to about 5 days before he's leaving. I still haven't sent it. Need to get express post just to get him the jacket. But, yeah, he's over in Japan now. He sent me a couple of videos and stuff like that. So it looks like he's enjoying it.
How's the amount of
Snow?
well, just the powder? You can see the flakes are like a 10-cent piece coming
This
down.
is like apparently it's the best snow they've had in about 70 years.
If you,
Japan this year.
it does look good. If you look at the, I suppose the geology, the landscape of Japan where he is at the moment, if you compare it to the North American ski fields, it's almost like a balding man's head. The trees are very thin, aren't they?
In Japan?
And the
100%.
snow over dominates the trees where...
100% it's complete.
Yeah.
It's almost the opposite.
And you're sort of running around every day in sort of 300 to 400 mil of powder every day. So I can understand how good it is for the purist that just wants to go up and down the hill, have fun, and then go back and, get into the hot baths. What are they called? Onsens?
The onsens.
Onsens.
I meant to. I
Get
think
your
I'm,
little willer in
I'm
the
booked in
warm
for
water.
one of those, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna go. Just tripping off in front of
Prepare for landing.
in front of a naked Japanese man, but
Nah, you sort of...
I'm sure we'll become friends. Don't you get? We'll become best friends, but
If he touches you on the leg, I suppose you got to kiss his neck.
Play on at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny. We were in Hawaii prior to trying to think of the year now. I think it was prior to COVID, and it's funny. The old part in Oahu, we were on that island there, and you've got the Big Bay. I forget even what that's called now. Brian's just come back from there, but you walk around. There's a rising sun badges everywhere, and you think, oh God, how, there's still 2,500 people or 4,000 people still, in the bottom of Pearl Harbor there, and
sure,
that's a long time ago. I don't want to get negative on that one either, but you look at the old part and where it is now in regards to Japan is, they're an ally, America rebuild over there, and we've got a great ally now. You can travel to Japan and be safe there, and you got earthquakes and tsunamis, and that's the only thing you got to worry about up that coast there. But
no, I'm very excited, Japan.
You'll have a lot of fun there. It's a very classy place, and I haven't been there personally, but looking at the stories coming back,
my dad's been there and said it's next to none. It's the systems that they have in place there, and just things you wouldn't even think about. Honestly, like walking all the vending machines and
all their buildings are on rollers.
You can get everything on a vending machine, and like just walking around. I think it's a whole new world that we haven't even thought of, which is it'll be good.
We don't even have a tunnel here yet.
We got nothing out in little old Adelaide.
We're still demolishing. In Italy, we were going through some tunnels there in Sicily, and the mafia still own quite a lot of the roads, not the government. And the driver's pretty. You're driving around in an AMG. You're doing 150 on the freeways, and they're overtaking cops and all the rest of it. But you're going through tunnels that are 200 years old. And nobody's doing maintenance on them because the mafia's not going to spend money on it. And I think
you look up to the right, and there's sand.
There's a lot of wet. There's a lot of wet
coming
areas
through the top of it, falling on the car, and you're just glad you got an AMG that's going.
But I think why they drive so fast is that they get in and out as quickly as they can.
Wow,
Oh,
it's not a bad strat.
He was doing 160.
You just hate to see that come down at some point, and you're under it.
Yeah, we went to one place there, and I reckon we were in a tunnel for about 25 minutes.
Oh, really? That long?
And you're in a bus and you're doing 100
Oh,
kilometres an hour.
you're on the tour bus almost. You can put your hand up and scrape the roof off.
So
Yeah,
that was
that's not fun.
Sorrento, or I can't remember where it was, but I nearly had it. No. But anyway, you know, the amount of concrete over there that's 150 years old, the amount of tunnels that Europe's full of tunnels. You know, it's you know they're miles in front of us. Like if you look at Sydney, Melbourne, there's plenty of tunnels around in the last 50 to 100 years at a guess. I'm only guessing there, but Sydney's got it worked out. They got plenty of tunnels under there that have been under there for a while. But like you look at Adelaide, we're still trying to connect the north-south corridor from Darlington to Mile End. And, you know, we're still demolishing buildings. We haven't even got to the dig part yet.
I've been to a couple of Adelaide tunnels. And probably shouldn't have been down.
Mount Lofty or?
Nah, there's a tunnel that goes from sort of central Adelaide to Norwood, which is not that far when you think about it. It's about 3 or 4 k's.
Really? You've been east-west? You've done it? West-east?
Yeah, there's a tunnel little system that I think it's just a stormwater tunnel. It's nothing crazy to do with the government or anything. But
where did you get into that one?
I don't know if I
shouldn't say. No, don't say it.
It's between.
No, leave it alone.
Give me the sign.
Leave it alone.
It's nothing.
But
crazy,
there is a tunnel that goes all the way out.
There's a tunnel that if you don't get caught, you can pop in there and walk all the way to Norwood and pop up in some random alleyway. In Norwood, and you start pretty central to the city.
Wow, how cool is that?
It was pretty cool. Done it a couple of times, but I'm sure there's more tunnels that I have no idea.
There are tunnels in. I've done work at the Medina, which is now called the Adina or whatever. There's a lot of tunnels underneath there.
Well, there's tunnels going from the banks to the everything like that.
And I think Reece
can't access.
Reece talks about one that goes all the way to Glenelg as well.
You can't access any of them, but I'd hate to know what's going on under there.
Hate to know what's going on.
That's a whole nother. It's a whole nother.
But it's out there, isn't it?
It is.
You know, the whole world's changing. There's a lot of stuff coming out these days. And
talking about that, Ashman's got a tunnel under his house for the listeners that don't know.
We do. We have a closed out cellar here in this dwelling here that we can't get to. The reason we heard was that it flooded lots, so they thought they'd just close it down. But
when are we
who knows?
We're opening that can of worms next week, aren't we, listeners?
Who knows? Yeah, absolutely.
Next week, listeners, it's Ashman live from the cellar.
There was a banker and an Irishman own this house, so who knows what's under there. But it'd be good to dig that one up one day, get down there and
one day
pull it all out and find the gold or whoever. But it is a journey. But the Reece Band's over there. So you've got another tour coming up in March, early March.
Yeah, to the Japal land.
So you'll still be in season there. You'll be late in the season.
Well, yeah.
You may not get as much powder, but you'll still have plenty of snow.
It is the record-breaking season, apparently. Best snow they've had in about 68 years, apparently. So hopefully by the time I get there will still be some left if Reece hasn't chewed it up already. But I think we are late to the season, but we're also going there. We're going there for a little music festival that happens there, called Snow Machine, which is snow orientated. So they obviously know there's still going to be some snow around. So that'll be good. I'm just ready to snowboard again. I haven't snowboarded since Canada about a couple of months ago, so I'm ready to go again. And I think there'll still be plenty of snow, which is good. I think the season dies maybe end of March, early April, that's a pretty long time to be honest. But it should be good fun. I'm excited.
Be good just to get out of Australia again and just.
You would not believe how keen I am to just get
You're
on
2
it.
years away.
Get on a flight.
No, I
and
get it.
You get the travel. You get the travel bug, and yeah.
You know, as you get older, you don't lose that bug.
Wow, I'm scared about that though. I'll be out all the time.
Stay out all the time.
Wow, could just stay out forever. I reckon. Maybe that's the shout.
Look, I think there's so much world out there, Atko, that if you were to stay in Adelaide, you'd miss what it was all about. You know, there's
exactly.
You know, without even the Europe side that we've only seen a very little part of. If you didn't see that, if you didn't see buildings that were built 400 AD,
it's pretty crazy,
and to see the symmetry of the buildings was just incredible. So,
yeah, well, there's some landmarks I'd like to tick off, I reckon, before I maybe not settle down, but we'll see how that goes. But settle down or stuff like that, there's definitely some places that my parents have been and stuff like that I'd love to tick off the bucket list. Things like that. The history, especially like before. I don't know when they're gonna eventually come down or something like that. But there's some buildings that I'd love to see before I stop travelling and stuff like that. So, yeah, Europe definitely holds some things. I'll get there one day, and I mean, there's history everywhere as well. So even going to Japan, I'm sure I'll see some places that have been there for a couple hundred years and stuff like that. So Japan's just one tick off the list, and then we'll see where we go from there, to be honest, which will be fun. It'll be fun.
yeah, I think so. And I think that's what you got to keep in there anyway. You know, like 2025, you're going to be still out for the first now. Yeah, now out to probably halfway through the year.
Probably.
You'll be back into routine again with, you know, when you get back with your kitchen stuff and but you know, what do you do? You can start to project from there again, and
you got to do what you got to do. I guess you do what comes at you, and you make it work. And if that's working and going again, and you go again. And if not,
what about your music side? Like you're good at the piano, and you're good at the guitar, and is it something you want to chase?
Oh, something I'd love to chase. It's
that's a passion.
Ever since I realised that I was actually half decent at music, and that I could maybe play a bit more than average. It's always been a passion for me is playing music, and shout out to my sister. I grew up on the drums, and then she had a piano, so I just started bashing that one day, and now there's not a day that goes past that I don't sit down there. But it's definitely a dream of mine. I look at some people, like, you know, famous people and bands and stuff, like even just great artists that I just sit down and go, wow, if that could be me one day, that I'd love nothing more than to, you know, do that.
See, I see Josh Atko now at probably closer to 30 to talk to, because you've been away, you've been independent.
Yeah.
You're only 24. You know what I mean? Time is on your side. It's not like it's a.
It is, but I'd love to get started. I tell you what, it's irking.
Sure.
It's irking me. Just, you know, obviously I do have plenty of time, and I know I've got plenty of time. But yeah, when you're sitting down and you've got that passion and stuff, you go, oh, I just wish I was somewhere doing this, you know. But you go, oh, no, it all comes in time, and it'll happen the way it happens and stuff like that. But it's definitely a dream of mine to be somewhere.
To keep on the music side.
I don't know. I think I'm all right, and I think I've got a bit of creativity or something to contribute to the music world in some sort. But whatever that looks like, I don't know. It might not be anything. It might fizzle out in the next year. Who knows? But definitely I've got the little passion for music and stuff like that. So at the moment, I just play at home and hope something happens. But I don't know. We'll see how it pans out, I guess.
That's good though. That's good.
And I tell you what, I got my biggest fans sitting in front of me right now. Ash
That's
man.
right. I
Texts
love.
me all the time. He loves it. He wants a little piano ditty here and
I
there.
cry every time I hear
think
it, mate.
Just to fall asleep. I think Ashman wants a little ditty from
It's
me.
very good. Yeah, you and me are good mates too. I
No,
think that
exactly.
we've had the luxury of time together, and you know, once again, you know, it's one of those things you put a little bit of time into it, and it stays there.
Mm.
You know the ones that hang around. You know the ones that don't. And,
Well, even now, buddy White Man's over in Japan, and I'm sitting here with his dad, just having a little yarn. Can't complain with that, can you?
Nah. I think it's even better.
Cheers to that, Ash man.
You can share a Reddie with old Ashman. I reckon that's pretty cool.
I reckon anyone could share a Reddie with you, mate. I don't reckon there's too many people in the world that couldn't share a Reddie with you.
Well, over in Ireland, we did the Northern Ireland tour. So we landed in Dublin and shot straight across to the west coast, which then looks onto New York from there. You know, like Canada down to New York.
Yeah.
And we spent 4 or 5 days driving around there. We went to the Bushmills whiskey
There you go. I'm looking
distillery there.
I'm looking at it in front of me, yeah.
And Annie had booked us in there. And
where's Andy from?
Annie's from London.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin went from New York to London, and somehow they knocked out somewhere and found each other in a bar somewhere, which is a great story. And yeah, sure enough, he said, "Let's go to Ireland. I've been to Scotland while you're here, and we'll shoot over there and gonna have a bit of fun." And fun we fucking did. Like we funned it right out. Yeah, it was fucking excellent. It was such a good trip.
Good.
And I can only speak highly again of Ireland. What I saw was just, once again, 110%. It was positive. It was, you know, even in, where did we go? Dublin and the other one.
Oh, what's it called?
Where they used to throw the bombs. Can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. But it'll come back to me in a minute. But what a wonderful place! What a beautiful coastline! What beautiful architecture and old homes that look new and new homes that look old, and lawns and absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, my parents are meant to be heading over there in June, I think. They're heading over to the UK, Wales, Scotland, Ireland.
Yeah, Wales is another one. I haven't done that one. I'd like to go and see that.
Yeah,
I'd like to go to Scotland as well. I think Scotland's pretty mean in the airport in regards to, I think you've got to pull all your shit out of your bag there. I don't think they x-ray your bags there. I think it's very much an old school sort of thing. But
yeah, I think my parents are going there doing the whole shebang while they're over there, UK and all that. So yeah, no, and I've got a lot of friends from Ireland, from Canada, from Whistler. So
they know how to make money, the Irish.
Yeah, I've got a fair few, which is good. A couple of people that are in Australia right now. Shout out to, he calls himself Yoga Hand, but it's Owen. It's Owen. He's in Perth right now, I think, living
Love
it
you,
up.
Owen.
He's living it up in Perth. Shout out to him. Gonna catch up with him at some point, I swear. Maybe little old Adelaide doesn't get much attention, so yeah. No, I got a friend's tattooed a guy from Ireland. His name's James. Shout out to James O'Leary or James, whatever his name is. He's got my initials, JA, on the top of his foot. We did that while we were drunk. Don't tell Mum, but we did that little stick and poke number. But no, Ireland's a great place. The parents will go there, and I'm sure they'll tell me all about it. They could, if they want to fund my trip there, I'd be pretty happy with that. If they're listening, thanks Neville. But
Nev, you're a good bloke.
Other than that, nah. Ireland does sound good. Got some good mates from there, so I'll get there one day, and I'll have a beer. I'll have good Guinness with the boys that are from there. But yeah, Unreal. Miss it at the button.
Andy did love the Guinness.
Do you like the Guinness?
I tried it.
Oh, here we go. The Ashman can't handle the Guinness.
I think what you've got to do is you've got to put it into a not just a flavour, but you've got to put it into a beer guide.
Oh, what's this mean?
As a beer,
What's this mean?
as
Go
a
on.
beer, it's a dead beer.
What do you mean?
It's got no life. It's heavy.
I sort of get what you mean, though.
You know, like you got a good golden head that might be
If you're
35 mil.
if you're thinking about any normal pale ale or anything, and there's no hops or anything.
Yeah, but
like
a pale ale still has a bit of Sprite. Like
no, that's what I mean. That's got some thing to it. But I do agree, Guinness is it's to me.
Could I drink? And did I drink? I did drink.
To me, it's like water. Honestly, it is pretty bland but it is easy drink.
Lifeless. It just doesn't pack an Australian beer punch.
No, which is what we're chasing, aren't we, Ashman?
Well, you look also at Ashman.
As we drink
drank mother's milk since birth,
the
red line. So if you were to compare a red line to a what do we call it? Giuseppe.
No, the Giuseppe, the Guinness.
The Guinness.
Baby Guinness.
The Guinness is lifeless. It's very finite bubbles. Does it taste okay? Yeah, it does taste okay. They did have a beer also at the Guinness factory where we went, which was about a 7 or 8 story high.
It's pretty
factory.
big, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Did you go up to the top level?
Yeah, we had a beer up the top.
I saw a little, I don't know what it was on, a TV show or something talking about the Guinness factory, and they went through the top bit.
It's magnificent.
Looks
you
pretty
got
good.
360
and apparently
degree.
the Guinness is, I mean, I had a couple Guinnesses in Canada, and I had a couple Irish friends, and we had some Guinnesses, and they said, mate, you wait till you get to the Guinness factory in Ireland. They said you think we were going,
Belfast, that was it.
They were going, this tastes good, and they go, don't you wait, mate, until you have one from it's a whole nother world over there, apparently.
Look, it was fantastic, and I know that they did have another beer that was the equivalent of more of a ale over a Guinness, because the Guinness is just such a suppressed beer. It's like a malty, unbubbled, that's got million of bubbles in it, but it doesn't work like an Australian beer.
I know what you mean.
You know, we put ice in our Scotch over here. They don't put ice in their Scotch in Ireland.
Yeah, it's just a different, and they do it that way.
They just put Scotch into a glass, whereas we like it cold.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, like since 1608, you know, they've poured it from the barrel straight into the glass.
Literally, yeah.
And drank it. Whereas, you know, even when
we wouldn't do that.
When we went through there and the guy said, I'm not putting ice in you. I'm not putting. Now I've got the wrong accent.
You're doing it in New
I'm not
York.
putting
You're
you
in
right.
New York. Come on, give me an Irish accent.
I don't think I can do one.
No. I'm trying to think of one now as well. I don't think I can do one.
No, I can't find it. But he said, you put it in yourself. So, you know, in the end I put, I don't know, 3 or 4 ice cubes in there, and because we got a free Scotch in there anyway at 9:30 in the morning. So.
Oh, mate. How good's that?
So, you know, I said if I want to drink petrol, I'll drink petrol. But, you know, I do like, you know, water or lemonade with my Scotch. I don't need to drink it neat.
No.
And old Morty from the
come
baseball
on,
club
mate.
down at Woodville says, Ash, have you learned to drink Scotch yet? And I said, no.
Huh? No way, nothing's changed. Give me that Sprite.
Yeah. But, no, I like to dilute it. I don't need to drink it.
It is one of those things. I guess it's
I don't
they make it the way it is, and that's the same with, I reckon, any alcohol. If you're making your own, they make it the way it is, and you put your personal spin on it.
Sure.
And that's how you drink it. Some people have some drinks you've never heard of before that don't make sense, but that's the way they like it. Same with the coffee order.
Sure. And you've got patriots that'll drink it just the way they are meant to drink
it. Exactly. But there's some people that, you know. You do it however you want, and that's it. That's the beauty of it, though, isn't it?
It's the beauty of life, being human. That it's
Everyone's different, and everyone's doing their own
you
thing.
do it the way you want to do it, mate.
Exactly like that.
Hey?
How good's that?
I think that's what it's about.
It is. How good?
I think that's what life's about, is making your choice to do it your way.
We love that.
And if that means snowboarding for the rest of your life
I wish.
in lots of different countries,
I wish. Keep talking. Keep going.
I know you've got to get to London. You'll enjoy that.
Japan?
You've been to London?
No, never.
You need to go to London.
Oh,
You'll enjoy that.
yeah.
Japan, yeah, that's just another one. I'm not keen on that region. I don't like that region as much as the others, but for whatever reason. But
Nothing wrong with that.
I think that Canada's very good. I think North America's good. Even you look at Andy and Kato went down South America. They did the Andes and the Amazon.
I did hear a couple stories about that.
And the stories from there are
Oh, my
just off the
goodness.
charts.
Have you got them on a pod yet?
Can't get them. They don't want to talk.
You didn't get them on a pod while they were
I
here?
tried. No,
Oh,
I did
you're
try
kidding.
over Christmas time. But
Shout out to Andy and Kato. You guys suck.
you need to tell some of your stories.
Get on the Milne Road Studios. This is where it's at.
Come on, put your money into the Milne Road.
Oh,
Get them
I
up.
can't believe that. I can't believe you didn't get them.
Can't get them. Couldn't get
You
them.
couldn't get them.
No.
Andy, come on, mate.
Couldn't get
Come
even
on.
Annie to do it. So
Not even half an hour. Not even a little short episode.
not
pod.
even a shot.
Wow.
Hey?
Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
How do you feel as a dad? Like,
Oh my goodness, you've been let down, haven't you?
I think so. Never mind.
Oh, but the pain I'm feeling. I'm not a dad yet, but the pain I'm feeling as future me. If my daughter and boyfriend didn't want to come on, I'll tell you, wow. But that's all right. We move on.
Let's look at 2025. Let's be positive now. We're
2025,
the last
exactly. We are in-
31st of January. It's
I
the
forget.
last day of the month already.
It's gone quick, hasn't it?
Auntie Manny's grabbed us
Look at
some hot chips. Thank you, darling.
Look at that. Wow.
No, I think we'll be happy with that.
That's a drop.
Thanks,
from
white man.
That's a drop from heaven right there. You can hear the bag rattling. They're hot in my fingers.
Oh, they
You can
smell
hear the
good.
chicken salt. Oh,
So that'll be pretty cool. Munch into some of those. But
ah,
look at 2025.
we are a month in. It's gone quick.
You look at
Gone too quick. As if
you look at February. February's going to go crazy. I reckon it's going to be March before you even know it's March.
it always happens. You look at the year and you go, wow, did that happen already? There we go.
Here we
The Ash
go.
fans opening it up.
Just
You can hear it beautifully. Oh, look at that. I'm looking. I don't know. Sorry for the listeners, but I'm looking at some golden chicken. We were talking about the chicken shop before. This is going to be a live
Enjoy
review.
them. They're the Redwood Park.
It's going to be
yellows.
a live review from the.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're
pretty
hot.
good.
They're hot, but they're seasoned well.
Thanks, Mandy. They're very good.
Thank you, Mandy.
Oh,
Wow. They are. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty.
they are pretty good.
They are pretty good.
These guys have been down there now for 15 years, I reckon.
I want to know.
Ooh.
I want to know how old they're hot, aren't they? I want to know how old the local chicken shops are. What's the oldest chicken shop in Adelaide? I reckon. Like, there's probably some that have been there for 100 years.
Probably.
You know, they are hot, aren't they? But they are. Oh, I could dig into these all night. Hear that crunch? Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, they got a bit on them.
Mm.
Does clear the nose out too.
Sorry for the interruption. We were talking about what 2025.
2025. What are we looking at? I've been working with a metal door fabricator for the last 25 years, and we've been lucky enough to picked up a very large contract to do some glazing with their doors and that, which is very good.
Unreal.
So we've done some fairly prestigious jobs over the years since
How long's that for? In this year?
it'll probably go through till March, I reckon. March, April.
That's right.
So it's been a big job, and I'm still working for the other aluminium fabricator here as well. So at the moment, it's just dragged the good stuff to the top, and I'm sort of lucky enough to just pick up that sort of work rather than deal with all the the day in, day outs of all the reworks and all the negative stuff. So I'm lucky enough that I'm up in that level. So I'd say at least probably till July.
Gee,
Got chicken salt down the
you
back.
could see that. That stands out like a lot.
But they do taste good, don't
They
they?
do taste great. No, that's good. That's good. You got some stuff on the horizon, which is
And then we got a couple of trips to Tasmania. We've got one in
never been.
never been there. We got one in August down into Hobart.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go down with Paul and Sue in just after Christmas time and watch the boats come in from Sydney.
Yep.
So we're going to spend a week down there as well over Christmas. So we'll do a couple of trips to Sydney, do a couple of trips to the Sunshine Coast, and
You're gonna go hunt and see Reese?
yeah, we won't do an overseas trip this year. And
Have you seen Reese while he's been up there?
no.
No.
So that's what the nude window hoodie was all printed up for. I'll take that up to
When are you going there?
Dave next February.
Oh, sweet.
So not long, 2 weeks we'll be up there. So
Just before we go to Canada. Japan, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Unreal.
So by the time we get back here, you'll be on the way to Japan.
How good's that?
So that's pretty cool. So, automatically that almost smacks you into April. You can see how quick the year's going, can't you?
Man, that'll be what? 3 months in, February, March. 4 months in.
Yeah, that's the first quarter already gone.
That's
so
crazy. It does go quick, hey?
It does go quick.
How are you?
From the time you turn 21, it goes quick.
Until when? When do I slow down? When do I get to slow down?
If you can stay single as much as you are, to the point, that'll probably slow the slide down. But if you can stay
Well, we're hoping, Ash, man, that someone comes along soon.
if you can sort of stay, Josh.
We're hoping
You can go a
someone
bit further.
comes along. This is if there's any listeners there from what age 20, 23 to 26 maybe. Blonde hair, blue eyes. No, I'm joking. Anyone interested in old Josh man here at Atko? Put the application out. But
Worldwide.
worldwide. I'm happy to move.
Lights the journey.
Happy to move, yeah. Love snowboarding. No, we'll find someone one day and it'll be great. But at the moment,
No, I think just
living how it is, and
just keep going about it, mate. There's no easy way of life. It's just a matter of saying yes or no or making choices, and you go your way, dude. It's all about you, and when it suits, make sure you say yes, and when it doesn't, brother, you just got to do what you got to do. So at the moment, probably that's where you are until you get back from Japan, and then you can start making some choices again. What you want to do.
exactly. No, it's good.
So I reckon we wind this one up now at 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's very hard
Pretty good effort.
to know where it's gone, but good to have you back, mate.
It's good
It's
to be
always great when you come.
My ears prick up when Ashman sends me a message
Come
and says
through
the
and-
podcast is waiting. I go, all right, I'll be there in 10.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate your stories, and you're going to have a whole load more when you come back. So
We'll have to go again. We'll go post
Josh Atko, thank you, mate. You're a
Josh,
fucking
mate.
legend, buddy.
Thank you, Bela.
All right, mate. Well, I'm going to see you again once you get back from Japan,
We'll have a little chat then post Japan.
and you'll have a whole load of news stories for us. And
Sounds
great
good.
to see you, brother.
Nah, it's great to see you. Handshake.
You're a fucking legend, mate.
Thank you,
love
Bela.
you to death, and
Love you.
be safe over in the Japan land.
Best.
Love you, Josh. You're a good man.
Thank you, Bela.
See you, buddy.